Stop what you're doing and check your pocket, because this tiny penny could make you a millionaire. A rare 1976 penny without a mint mark has sold for over $3 million at auction, and you might have one hiding in plain sight. Stay with me because I'm about to reveal exactly why this penny is worth a fortune and how you can find one. This is the 1976 copper penny, but there's something very strange about it. Unlike most pennies from that year, this one has no mint mark under the date. That tiny missing detail makes it one of the rarest US coins ever discovered. And the craziest part? One of these sold for over $3 million at auction. Dollar banknote. So why is this penny so special? Well, in 1976, the US Mint was producing pennies in different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most coins from that year have a tiny D or S under the date showing where they were made. But some pennies were struck with no mint mark at all. And here's the twist: these no mint mark pennies were a mistake. Some escaped the mint before they were caught, making them extremely rare. That's why collectors are fighting to own one, and why a single penny hit a jaw-dropping $3 million at auction. Now here's the big question: could you have one? Exploding head, these rare pennies could be hiding in heavy checkmark your pocket change bank, old piggy banks, pig face coin collections from parents or grandparents, old man garage sales, and flea markets, derelict house. So next time you see a 1976 penny, flip it over and check. If it has no mint mark, you could be sitting on a fortune. Loudspeaker, tag a friend, and share this video because someone out there might be holding millions in their hands. You could be carrying a penny worth over $2.7 million and you don't even know it. Have you checked your pocket change lately? Because if you find this one rare 1978 penny, you might just become an instant millionaire. What makes this coin so special? And how can you find one? Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. Let's dive in. At first glance, it looks like any other penny. It's a 1978 copper Lincoln cent. But here's the shocking part: this one has no mint mark. That's right. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark. But something bizarre happened in 1978. A rare batch of error coins was accidentally struck with a unique composition, making them extremely valuable to collectors, and here's the jaw-dropping number. One of these rare 1978 no mint mark copper pennies sold at auction for over $2.70 million. But why is it worth so much? Let's break it down. Back in 1978, the US Mint was experimenting with coin compositions. Some pennies were supposed to be struck on a zinc core with a thin copper coating. But a few rare pieces were minted entirely from solid copper, and they slipped into circulation unnoticed. These solid copper 1978 pennies are extremely rare, so rare that only a handful have ever been confirmed. And because coin collectors love mistakes and anomalies, the price for these rare coins has skyrocketed. One lucky collector found a perfect condition 1978 no mint mark copper penny and sold it at an auction for a life-changing $2.7 million. Imagine finding a fortune in your spare change. Now here's the big question. Could you have one of these hidden treasures? Check your pockets, your old piggy banks, your grandparents' coin collections. Even flea markets and garage sales can be gold mines for rare coins like this. If you find a 1978 penny, here's what to do. White heavy check mark first, check for a mint mark. If there's no mint mark, you might be onto something big. White heavy check mark second, weigh it. A regular penny weighs 2.5 grams, but the rare copper version should weigh 3.1 grams. White heavy checkmark finally. If you think you have the real deal, get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. Stop. Before you spend that penny, you might be holding a fortune. Imagine turning just 1 cent into $2.50 million. Sounds crazy? Well, a rare 1979 penny just did exactly that. Keep watching because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot one and maybe, just maybe, become a millionaire overnight. The 1979 D-Mint mark penny is no ordinary coin. It was minted in Denver, and while most were made of copper-plated zinc, a tiny handful were struck in pure copper by mistake. And that mistake? Well, it's worth millions. In fact, one of these incredibly rare pennies was sold at auction for a staggering $2.50 million. But why is it worth so much? Let's go back to 1979. That year, the U.S. Mint switched from copper pennies to a cheaper copper-plated zinc composition. But a few coins slipped through the cracks. These were struck on solid copper planchets, left over from the previous years. A tiny mistake, but one that created one of the most valuable pennies in history. Collectors go crazy for errors like this. And since only a handful exist, the price keeps skyrocketing. So where can you find this rare 1979 copper penny? Well, it could be anywhere. In your old piggy bank, pocket change, or even at a flea market. People spend these pennies every day without knowing their true value. Here's how to check. If your 1979 D penny weighs 3.11 grams, you might have just hit the jackpot. That's the weight of a real copper penny. So grab a scale, check your coins, and see if you're the next millionaire. Did you know that a single penny from 1994 could be worth over $2.3 million? That's right, one small coin, hiding in pocket change, could change your life forever. Stick around because I'm about to show you exactly how to spot this ultra-rare 1994 copper penny that collectors are willing to pay millions for. Now, let's talk about this incredible coin. The 1994 no-mint mark penny looks just like any other penny at first glance. But here's the catch, it wasn't supposed to exist. Most pennies from 1994 were made with zinc and only coated with copper. But a few rare errors were struck entirely from copper, making them incredibly valuable. One of these rare 1994 pennies recently sold for a jaw-dropping $2.3 million at auction. Imagine turning a single penny into a millionaire's paycheck. So why is this coin so valuable? It all comes down to a rare minting mistake. The U.S. Mint transitioned to zinc core pennies in 1982, but somehow a few old copper planchets were mistakenly used in 1994. These rare coins slipped past inspectors and ended up in circulation. Today, collectors are desperate to find them because they are nearly impossible to come by. A single confirmed example sent shockwaves through the numismatic world, driving collectors into a frenzy, bidding millions just to own one. Now, the big question, how can you find one? These rare 1994 copper pennies could be hiding in old coin collections, flea markets, estate sales, or even in a jar of spare change. The easiest way to check? Weigh your penny. A regular zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams, but a rare full copper version weighs 3.11 grams. If you find one, you could be holding a fortune in your hands, so go check your pennies right now. You might have a life-changing treasure sitting right under your nose. If you want to learn more about valuable coins that could make you rich, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy hunting, and I hope you strike gold, well, copper. Right now, a rare 1995 copper penny is selling for over $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, worth more than a luxury mansion. Keep watching because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and you might just find one hiding in your spare change. The 1995 copper penny is one of the rarest and most valuable coins in circulation today. This penny, minted in 1995 with NO mint mark, has a unique error that sets it apart. Unlike other pennies, it was accidentally struck in pure copper instead of the usual zinc composition. This mistake has turned an ordinary-looking coin into a collector's dream. And here's the kicker. One of these rare pennies recently sold for over $2 million at auction. So, why is this tiny coin worth a life-changing fortune? It all comes down to a minting error. In 1995, the U.S. Mint was transitioning from copper to a zinc-based composition. However, a few pennies were mistakenly struck in 95% copper. These error coins slipped through the cracks and made their way into everyday circulation. Because of their rarity and historical significance, collectors are willing to pay incredible amounts to own one. Just imagine selling a penny for more money than most people make in a lifetime. Now, here's the exciting part. You could have one of these rare pennies right now without even knowing it. They've been found in pocket change, old coin collections, and even flea markets. So, how can you tell if you have a 1995 copper penny? First, check the year, 1995. Next, look under the date. If there's NO mint mark, you might be holding a jackpot coin. The best way to confirm is to weigh it. A regular 1995 penny should weigh 2.5 grams, but the rare copper version weighs about 3.1 grams. Go check your pennies right now. You might be sitting on a small piece of metal that could change your life forever. If you find one, don't spend it. Get it appraised immediately. And if you love discovering rare and valuable coins, hit that subscribe button for more hidden treasures you need to look for. Happy hunting!